Yo, what's going on? I thought I'd just make a video going over today's trades, or at least two of them that I took during the London session. I was going to do a markup of it, but I thought, why not just do a video, explain my thought process, why I did what I did. It's the first I've got onto the charts today since getting in from work, so I've not had too much of a look, but we'll go through it together. I'll start from the 4-hour time frame to show the demand I was using, which is one from fucking ages ago. So I picked this one here, seeing as we've got this overall larger area, which we're kind of just blasting through at the minute, up until today. That's about all there is on the 4-hour. We're still very bearish. Obviously, EU's decided it doesn't want to pull back. So yeah, we'll drop down to the 15. So yeah, we had a break of structure, bearish still, into our demand zone. Dropped some liquidity here, built some liquidity here, which I thought would potentially get run, just seeing as we've kept going bearish, but obviously you just react to what happens. We had this sort of internal shock this morning. I got to the charts around 7-ish, somewhere around here. It'll be clearer when I'm on the 1 minute. But yeah, my thought process was we're most likely going to come up to this supply at least. And as soon as this is our protected 15-minute high at the time, it obviously dropped equals there, so that's most likely going to get run, especially with this higher time frame demand potentially taking control. We see a sort of switch in order flow here when we get this internal shock. And yeah, I'll just go see what happened there. So yeah, I think I got to the charts about, it was literally around about here. Built up some nice liquidity here after we had the shock. And this wick was the only real clear thing. Obviously, I was paying attention to this inside bar as well, pretty much being the same demand zone. Tapped into that after having our shock, and then we had a 1 minute shock. And then I can't remember what I was doing, but I missed. I just wasn't at the charts, making a coffee or something. So we broke above, and then best to replay it. So this is an entry I like to take quite a lot, where we get the 1 minute shock and then come into our zone here. Obviously this isn't an engulfed candle, but just for example's sake, came into here and then I'll drop down to the 5 seconds because now we're in a 1 minute zone. If that makes sense, which I think it does. So anyway, go on to the 5 seconds. And we can see a bit clearer. I'll turn this on so we can see a bit better. And it's obviously a nice recovery from this already 1 minute zone. There's our 1 minute chart. We come down, tap back into some form of range here. Obviously take whatever's resting below this, and then give another V-shaped recovery here. And this gives us our 5 second shot. Pardon me. We then see another break. We had the 5 second shot, come back into the range we broke from. We then break again. And I don't know what I was doing, but I definitely was very lucky to get in this because I was fucking around a bit, not really paying attention to the charts. But when I came back, it was somewhere here, and I thought I'd missed it. I thought it was going to go from here and just keep going. But obviously, it came back down, and when we came into here, this zone, I was ready just to hit buy anywhere sort of in here around the EQ. Obviously, getting a 1 pip stop loss. And I think because I hit it as it was coming down, it gave me a nice fill. And this is where I got filled at. And then I believe price just rockets from here. But this is the thing that Sam always goes on about you get multiple entries. Like, say it came back in here, you could have just smashed by anywhere around here with a 1 pip stop, looking at this sort of range. I hope some of this is making sense. This is the first video I've ever recorded, so give me some slack. But yeah, if it came into this range and I was at the charts, I definitely would have smashed by. Just because you've built the rest of the picture, so the entry bit, like you just get in where you can, really. Obviously, you wait for order flow to align, and yeah, again, if you didn't get in this, once we get this sort of 5-second order flow here, if I wasn't already in, I'd probably just hit buy. And again, comes up. If you use buy stops, then you can get in on any of these little breaks. But yeah, I think price, that's where it just moved. Which the way I was managing this, I've drawn it out on here, is 80% off at this potential supply. And there was no real inducement built for this supply though. But obviously knowing that the 15-minute was bearish at this point, this is our protected 15-minute high. So I thought I'll take a good chunk of it off because it is overall a counter trend trade. So I took 80% off here at 23R. And then I would have left for work somewhere around here, got to work somewhere around here. Skip this forward. And then yeah, when we were up here, hit this supply, sorry, I took another 10% off and just left the rest to do it at once, basically. Skip this trade forward. So zoom back out to the 15-minute just to see where we are. So the way I was looking at it now is the 4-hour is bearish, 15-minute is now bullish, but we're expecting a pullback as we've obviously broke structure. Broke structure, tapped into a nice supply which had inducement here. So the logical thing is we're going to see some sort of bearish intent. And it was a nice little sort of hedge to the buy, although I took most of it off. That's something I'm still trying to work on though, is not taking everything off as soon as possible. But obviously when you first start seeing big numbers, it takes a bit of adjusting. But anyway, tapped into this nice supply, and I'll drop down to the 1 minute and stop waffling about nothing. Pardon me again. Yeah, we've had a shock here, which gave no flip. We've then flipped off of here and gave a second shock or 1 minute breaker structure. But I mean, personally, I don't look at 1 minute structure at all. I try and only go on the 1 minute for entries. So we've gave 1 minute shock. So here's the interaction. And this is our supply. We've then broke down, built some liquidity, and then gave a 15-minute shock here. So this area was looking real nice at this point. I did mark out this area as well, based off, we reacted off of this, but this didn't really break anything. Like we wicked this, but the actual move was from here. But I was sitting on the seconds when we came into this area, but it didn't give anything, so I didn't play anything. And that's the powerful thing about using the 5 seconds or 1 minute or just whatever. When you play the reaction, you're not anticipating or you're not expecting, anything to happen. So if we did get an entry model in here, then I would 100% have taken it. And if I took a hit, would have came back up, taking it again. Because really, if you know the area you're wanting, or me personally, if I know the area I'm wanting is a strong area, I'm quite happy to take a few hits. It's a rule I need to come up with, because like yesterday I had a real bad day of just taking too many hits, which is why today I tried to really focus up and not do such. But I think I did take a loss in here. I'm not going to show it because it was basically just on the entry. I just fucked up the entry and got bad fill, I think. Anyway, I'm waffling again. So we've come into our refined zone. Well, it's not a refined zone, but it's a 1 minute zone. I will then stop chatting shit. Go down to the 5 seconds. We slightly wicked it, but this is something I'm quite happy to take, like if you're on the lower time frame, because I don't know, it's like that tiny little wick. It's not really, I don't know, it just doesn't really mean much to me. Like, you're on such a low time frame, it's not going to be exact. Anyway, get rid of this. I'm sorry, I'll keep that on for now. But yeah, we came in, sort of gave this relative equals, swept that, and then gave a nice V-shaped recovery. A sweep is not something I always look for on a 1 minute entry, but definitely on a 5 second entry, I like to get a sweep and a V-shaped recovery. And then the chalk would have been here for me. So we've give a chalk, and then you can basically just smash sell as soon as we come back into the range that we broke from, which is this, our chalk range sort of. Once we come back in here after breaking, just hit sell. And like this was a really good position because my stop loss was covering the high. So we're essentially protected. And I can't even remember what this trade does. I think I'll just get the target back up again. I had this demand drawn out. Although it's quite a large demand, I was quite happy to secure some profits. And realistically, I should have held this to maybe the wick, but it was 15%, and I decided that I'm just gonna take full profit basically at 15%. I did try and get in a sell here again. I can't remember what happened. I think I tried to get in, MetaTrader tried to tell me I didn't have enough money. And then I cut my wrist to half to try get in again, and I got a really shit fill. So I believe I just take profit it straight away as soon as it went back into profit. Did I try and get in here? I think I tried to get in there maybe. So obviously we've had a chalk up here, no interaction, but then we've had a chalk, oh, sorry, that's a shit jump. We've had a failed interaction here, pushed up, broke, come back into the range, which is this. And then yeah, just smash sell or sell stop there. But yeah, I don't know what happened on mine. I think I tried to get in here and it filled me like down here. So I just take profit. It went in profit and got out of that. But anyway, and then yeah, this trade just ran pretty smoothly. But yeah, definitely could have held it further, at least to the EQ of this, or at least this refined zone, or potentially here. But we live and we learn. I think overall I ended up taking 33% from these two trades. Overall R is, I'm not going to work it out because I never just embarrass myself. But yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say. I feel like I've rambled on for quite a while. I stopped looking at the charts after this because at the minute I'm just trading London around sort of 7 to 11 because I can have my laptop out of work. And then after that, I just take the day off really, unless I see something nice on my phone. But I do get stung quite a lot on the 5 seconds on my phone. Obviously, I got tagged out of this when it came back down, but I only had that small 10% running on it anyway. And this was obviously fully TP'd here. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to someone, if anyone even sees it. But yeah, any questions or anything, just let me know. Hope you all have a good day. Catch you in a bit.